What's up, closers and entrepreneurs? Tryson Jones coming at you for another Top 5 Friday here. It is January 26th, and I hope you've had a strong January. The first month always sets the tone for the rest of the year. I know it's been good for me. Seems like it's been good for most of the economy. At least where I'm at, things are booming. So I'm very, very excited for what this year has to bring, and hope that you guys are feeling that wave as well. Please, share, like, comment, show me some love, and I appreciate the love that any of you have shown to help me get to this point. This is something I'm grinding out. I'm just doing it, just getting it done. So anything you can do to help me progress quicker is definitely appreciated. So with that being said, today what I want to talk to you about is the top 5 overlooked fundamentals in business. These are fundamentals that are really going to determine the progress and the success of your business, whether you're just starting out or you're already established. These are things you might want to take a look at if you feel like you're not progressing or succeeding at the level that you should be. So number 1 here is going to be your partners. The people that you go into business with really are going to determine how your day-to-day goes, right? If you have partners that you hate, you go into the office, you hate being around them, you hate talking to them, you hate working with them, you hate solving problems with them, you guys don't see eye to eye, you guys separate tasks so that you don't communicate as much as possible. Before you know it, one person gets spiteful, whatever it may be. I mean, if you're going to go into business, definitely be thinking long term. Don't be thinking 3-6 months. Can I handle this person for a little while? You need to be going into business almost thinking about it as a marriage, right? Is this somebody who I can work with every single day? We're going to have our differences, just like anybody does. It's hard sometimes when you meet new people. They tell you about all the things they can do and all the things they bring to the table for you and how they can help you. You get excited, you go into a partnership, and then you realize that you don't really know this person. You start to learn about them, and then at that point you got to find a way out. So definitely take your time when you're going into a new business venture and make sure that you're going in with the right people. Number 2 is ethics. Your ethics in business are going to determine your success, because number 1, people that you're working with, your employees, your partners, whoever it may be, they want to see that your ethics are in alignment. If your word doesn't match what you say, we'll talk about that in just a minute, or if you say that you care about one thing and you demonstrate that you don't, then people are not going to believe any words that you say. So, as well as I've seen a lot of people go into businesses where they are willing to substitute or overlook some of their strong ethics and strong values simply for the business's sake, because it makes money. Well, I'll tell you, don't go into business and ignore your ethics simply because the business makes money. There's plenty of businesses that make money that are ethical too. Get into one of those. How about that? So, be with the right people, have your ethics in alignment. Number 3, the actions that you take. It goes back to that old adage, actions speak louder than words. My father always told me, first impressions last a lifetime and actions speak louder than words. And those 2 things have stuck with me. So, it's very true. I can tell somebody whatever I want to tell them about what I can do, what I have done. Somebody can tell me whatever they want to tell me about what they can do and have done. At the end of the day, it comes down to their actions and their follow through. If you tell me you can do something, I ask you to do it, and it doesn't get done, then at that point, the next time that we go into that type of conversation, I'm not going to have as much confidence that the job will get done. So I might have a plan B, right? Well, if they don't get it done again, then I'm just going to have this person do it or get it done this way. So people have to be accountable in business, especially when you're the person in leadership or management. You have to be accountable, and your actions have to follow the words that you speak and what you preach. Number 4 is the agreements that you make. I've seen a lot of people go into business. Again, they meet a new partner, they get excited, they go into business, they say, hey, let's just go get this thing going. Once it starts rolling and making money, then we'll work out the details down the road. Well, typically that doesn't work out, because if and when things do start coming in, greed starts coming into play. And if you don't have clear set boundaries and agreements, just like, again, in a relationship, then there's going to be spite, there's going to be resentment, and ultimately one person's going to attack another, steal from another, whatever it may be. But when you're going into business, that you have clear set agreements on exactly what you're bringing to the table, what you expect to get out of it. That way there's no confusion, arguments, or hassles down the road trying to feel like you're getting what you put into the business or you're reaping what you've sown. So the agreements are very important. Number 5 is the commitments that you make. I'm a person who, for a lot of reasons that I won't get into right now, I don't use the word promise, and if I do, then I definitely don't use it lightly. And so I use the word commitment more than promise, and when I make a commitment, that is a promise. When I make a commitment, I commit to doing it 110%. Until the person I make that commitment to, or the whatever it is I make that commitment to, is proven to me that it's just not going to be worth the time, it's not going to produce the results or whatever the goal is in making that commitment, then I follow through. I persevere. I'll stick with it through the tough times, I'll ride through the easy times. When I make a commitment, I make it. Now, if you make a commitment and you don't follow through with it, just like if your actions don't follow your words, or you don't make agreements that are clear, or your ethics aren't in alignment with your commitments, agreements, your actions, or the words that you speak, your partners aren't in alignment with those things, your business is going to fail. So you can see how these things can be easily overlooked once the money starts coming in. You know, we're in business to make money. When we see something working, then we're willing to justify other things that may be important to us to keep it working or make it work better. So these things will ultimately, again, determine the progress and the success of your business. Whether you're in business, going into business, thinking about it, these are fundamentals that I would suggest that you take a look at and make sure that everything is in alignment. That's been my focus here for the past couple of months. It's only done me a whole world of good, completely changed my world, and I'm very excited for the progress I'm going to be able to make by getting everything in alignment, getting my head clear, and getting things that are taking away from my progress out of my life. So hopefully that was some value to you. Again, I appreciate any love that you've shown me to get to this point. I appreciate all your support this last year, 8 months, I should say, 9 months. And that's all I got for you today. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Again, another Top 5 Friday. Take a look at these fundamentals in your business. Make sure you're in alignment so that you can succeed as high as possible.